let's clear the doubt from the previous class. Okay, so let's create with proper units. That is, let's do it millimeters. That will be 3. Enter. Display 2. Linear display precision is 2. And that will be yes. If you don't want to, you can make it no. So I can make it yes and yes as well and yes. So now it is done. Let me do it. So what is the riser height we mentioned? Like 150 we mentioned riser height, 150 millimeter. Enter. And there you can mention like 250 or 200. So let's specify 250 and 150. Enter. And 250. Enter. Now let me do with this copy base point, and then let's go with array and number of items. Let's specify like 15. Second point is there. This done. Okay. Now 150. Enter. And then you have to go with this also. So what you can do, like you can connect this line and then select this line, and with this point move it to here. Okay, and you can create a line, normal line. Create a normal line, and with fillet, F enter fillet, with radius 0, you join this two and make it a single profile. So for this, J enter and select all of this, enter, join. So now what I'll do is extrude all of this with creating that marble with nosing, so that you can give it like यहाँ पे 10 दे सकते हैं. That is 250, and then tab, give it like 10, enter. This is done. And ये भी थोड़ा stretch कर लेते हैं like 5, enter. Okay, and if you want to fillet it, go with the fillet, radius 3 you can give. All right, and then you can specify place all of this also. Copy array, that is specify 15. Okay, so I should go with 30. It's because there was double step. So again, second point, yes, it is done properly. And now what you can do, you come back to normal world coordinate system and come back to the southwest isometric view. That is your southwest isometric view. Select this and you extrude. Give it the run length like 3000 you can give. enter, change the visual style, like let's make it realistic, and let's create all these also, all of this. So what I'll do is I'll select all these, right click, select similar, I'll select all these, and I will change the color for this. I'll change the color for this. So let's go with this. Sorry. Okay. Just a minute. Let me select all of this. Select similar, that is model top, and I have to change the color for model top. So for this, let's me do this. Yeah, and let's select all of this 2D polyline, 2D polyline, select similar, and then you extrude with the same. Okay, so right now it is has been changed to model front. Let me deselect this and let me change it to model top. Is this okay?
Yes, sir. Yes. Now it is fine.
Okay. All right, then I have another drawing. So we have this part. So make sure that you create with one single connected and closed profile. So then only you can convert it to solid. So that part cannot be totally, this option cannot be totally create with one single unit. So for that we must go with some other options, like this part. Okay, delete this. Yeah, so this part will be one unit. So for this, I'll break this vertical line. I'll select this, as because this one will take the first point, so I'll change the first point. So this is the first point, and this that is the same second point. So I'll click on that same point. Now this is broken. TR. I'll trim this line. Now J, enter. I'll go with join and press enter. See, there is something, some error is there, so that's why it is not connected as a single object. So tr, yeah, now this is smoothly connected, then only it can be joined as a single. So J, enter, join, and you go for this. Yeah, enter. Now this is as a single object, and now you can convert it into 3D. Go for revolve, select it, enter. Unable to revolve selected objects. Why? Let me check. Why is this so? Revolve, select this object, enter this first point and this second point. Unable to revolve the selected object. Why is this so? Check. let's do it now. It's still unable to revolve this. Gaurav, you sent me this file, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, check with that drawings. I think there is some issue with that drawing. I don't know what is the issue. Should I create this drawing again and show you, or else should I proceed with new files?
Just show any profile. I want to know the hollow. How to
Okay,
create the hollow itself. It
all
can be
right.
any pipe.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine. Okay, then suppose let me create one. So suppose we have one circle, one small circle like 150, enter, and another the same center like 350, enter. Okay, and let me give it a height. So change it to realistic. If I select it, I will get this gizmo with vertical on. Uh, Let me give it a height like 1200, enter. Now go with loft, select this one, enter. Sorry, select this profile and this profile and press enter and enter. Now you want to create hollow, right? Okay, so for that we have shell option available here. Oh, sorry, there, this shell option available here. So you select it, press enter, and you have to give the offset from the edge. So how much will be the offset value? Like give it 10, enter, and then you have to specify the face which you want to remove. So for that, just a minute, shell, select this, and which face you want to remove. So this face, so see, this face has been removed, and you press enter, then cell offset 10, enter. What happened? I think 10 has been created. Let me check. Nope. So let me check with the distance. Outside, so 10 is very minimum, so that cannot be possible. So let me give it like 50 or 100. Okay, so that's why. Now let's go with this shell option. Select this object, which face you want to remove. Select this top face. Okay, make sure you are selecting the right face. Top face is selected. Enter. Now give the cell offset 100. Enter. Enter. What's happening? That should be done properly.
The diameter is small, no? So 100 can't be done, bro. Diameter, I guess it is how much? 350.
Yeah, it is. if I give offset value 100 of this object, yeah, so it should be coming. It should have come. Why is it happening like that? Okay, no problem. So let me go with a simple one. Go with simply extrude option, enter, and give it a height. And now go with this shell option. Okay, select this object, press click on the face. You want to remove.
I think the
Yes,
offset
let's
value
press.
should be less than the inner cycle, the diameter of the inner cycle. The offset value.
No. There is nothing like that. Okay, so this face is right now selected, and enter. What will be the offset value? So you can let me specify by point. So there is no, yes, here you can see. Okay, let me try with that again. Let me specify 250 now, and then 350. Enter. Let me give it a height like 1500. Enter. Then go with loft. Sorry, loft. Select this object, then this object, and enter. Enter. And go with this shell option. Enter. Then shell. Select this object, and then go for the remove face. Make sure, I think I couldn't select the face properly, so that's why. Yeah, right now the face is selected. Now you see the color has been changed, right? So I think I was not selecting the face properly. Remove the face. See, the face is selected, press enter, and then specify the offset distance 50. Enter. Yeah, I was making the mistake by while selecting the face. Okay. All right then. Okay. So now we have some project we have created. So we'll be converting into 3D model, right? So for that, let me create one single room, and I'll be showing here that how you can place lights, how you can put materials into it, and you can create some background, and convert it into a realistic image. So how we can do that, I will show you. So for that, let me create rate 3000 by 3600. Okay, and let me give offset value to it, 250 outside of it. Okay, now I'll close this side. And I'll close this side, this line. And now what I'll do, I'll trim. Yeah, trim this part, and trim this line. Now J enter join. I'll join this, And now I'll extrude this part, enter, give it a height like 2900, enter. Now give floor, okay. Or else if I need only 2 walls, so that will be better to show. Enter join, enter, and then go for extrude. And before that, what you can do is you can create one for creating profile. Select this, go for extrude, height will be like 2900, enter, and the floor you will be defining. So for that also extrude, give it height to the bottom side. So for that, let me give it 150 for this floor, and this one you can copy, you can CO, enter, and this will be the base point, and there you can copy it. Now with polysolid, what you can do, you can provide skirting to this walls, okay. So for that, what will be the height, like let me give it 150 height, and what will be the width will be like let me give it 15, okay. With the plaster, let me give it 15, and then yours you have to specify the justification, so that can be left or right. So that is the point. Sorry, just a minute. Polysolid height is 150 and with this thing it's okay. Then the justification, let me give it to right. So if it is right, so let me create from this point. Why is it happening like that? Polysolid, let me off this dynamic UCS. Yeah, this is done now, enter. That you can check, you can change the color also, or you can change the layer with this, okay. So we will not change the layer right now, we will change it with the material, okay. So right now this is done, correct. And if you want anything like furniture and all, you can do it. So for that, I already have some furnitures, so that we can put in, okay. So for that, what we'll do is I will go with external reference. Let's bring this, okay. Let's bring this kitchen layout and let's specify on screen and click on OK. Let's specify over there. This is right now here. This is the block and we will bind it. Click on bind and OK. We will rotate it. Okay, now what we will do is we will check the dimension that this is proper or not according to our fit. So for that, what we will do is di enter distance from this point to this point. So this is now is 2740 and from this point to this point. Yeah, so that we can fix it within this. Okay, so for that, let me go with this move aim enter move is the point and it will be placed over there. All right, so with this we will create. Now this is placed. Now what I have to do is I have to explode this, so that is so that we get this is as a group there. I think this is as a group, so I have to ungroup all of this. I have to ungroup. Now this is done. This is as a single object. This is as a single object. Okay, this is as a single object. Now what you can do is you can go for the material. Okay, so for that we have this visualize tab here and then go to this material browser. All right, then you will be opening this material browser. With this you can browse all the materials available in this Autodesk library. So these are the list of all the material types and you can access. Okay, so you can choose from this list. So let me go with this flooring first and then there you can choose all the materials for the flooring. So we in India we don't use wooden flooring, so we will go this stone flooring. All right, so let me go with this. So for that you have to document this material first, then only you can apply to your project or scene. So let me choose this one or this one. So let me go with this one and this is the by default option. So with all the default settings, if you want to apply, so click, hold and drag it to the right object and release your mouse. Okay, and now here you can see this is the flooring you are getting. Now if you don't like the pattern you are getting with the default option, so you can go to this edit option and you can change the edit. What is the image available there? So I don't like this image. Okay, I don't like this image. So what I will do is I will define my own image. Okay, so I'll change the image. I have already downloaded some image. I do with these stubs. So I'll choose that image. Let me select this. Okay, all right, and you can go with this color if you want to merge with that. So you can make it 50. So it will this two color will be merged with that. Okay, And if you don't want the image effect, so you can make the image fade to 0. All right, or if you don't want to mix the color with that, so make the image fade to 100%. See, so the image will be visible only. All right, and how much the glossiness will be there? So for the marble, you are applying for this 35, or else you can check in Google what should be the right glossiness factor. Okay, and the reflectivity, you can choose the reflectivity when the direct light fall in, when the light fall in from an angle, how much the light will be reflected, so that you can choose. So for that, let me give it like 15, and here also uh, 10 to 12. Okay, and this is for make it transparent. So when you are creating a glass profile, so there will be transparency, glass materials, so there will be transparency. Cutouts means if you want to create a hollow section, or that part you want to cut it out. Okay, so that you can do. So let me show you that this cutout. So this is very much fun. If you choose this cutout, and then if you let me choose this. Okay, and you can see, you will see let me change the cutout sizes over there. Okay, so we won't make it tile, so none. This is for the cutouts. And you can make it the sample size like 1200 by 1200. Okay, so that will be applied. Now after this, select this object, right click and assign to selection. That will be updated. And that image is not properly working. There you see some cutouts are there. The image is not working properly. So let me change the cutout image. Okay, there will be some cut. So let me show you with creating one another. Okay, so material, you can type MAT or material browser open. So this is the stone there. So that much part will be cut out. So let me choose 600. I am not getting that result properly. So for that, let me apply that material on only particular face. You can apply the material on only particular face, only on this above top surface. So let me material browser open, and what you do is with control you select this face. So you only can select the face or edge with, if you select with holding the control key, so that means you are filtering, holding the, that is the shortcut for this filtering, vertex, edge, face. So if you select this face and then you right click and go to assign selection, and there you see this is right now only applied to this face. And let me check so this is the sample size here. So for that, let me give the sample size of this size, that will work properly. DI distance. For this, let me give the sample size. So this sample size width and height is locked right now. So if you change width, that will change the height as well. Okay, so that is and 4054. Okay, or I think yeah, okay. Now this one single image covering this total surface, and now let me show you with this. Okay, that should be cutting it out, but I am not getting that result. Okay, I will fix this error and I will let you know. Let's move to the next option, that is self-illumination. Self-illumination option is available for your object, like when it radiates the light by itself, that kind of if there is that kind of object is there, uh, that you can, like in such object, one chemical is available, that is radium, that illuminates light by itself, so that you can convert it. Or if you are creating such effect, so that you can give some object to self illumination that will illuminate. And bump effect is for uneven surface. If you want to create uneven surface, or that kind of effect you want to create, so that you can provide with bump. Okay, so for that, let me show you that. See, here I'm creating with this. You see these lines are there, correct? These lines are available, but according to that, we must get some depth, some unevenness should be there, like, or this roughness is there. So that kind of roughness or the uneven surface, that we can get it with the bump. So according to the image, we will get some bump effect. Okay, so for that, you can choose this as a, right? So let me choose this floor tile. So according to that, we will get some effect, bump effect, and how much will be the effect, so that you can choose from here. And here you see we're getting this effect over there. Within this, we're getting this kind of effect, this bumpy surface, right? So that you can provide. Okay, so for here we don't need it. Okay, so or else according to the same, you can say according to that same option you have selected, that same, this one. According to this, you can give the bump effect. Okay, and tint is for like creating the darker shade of your material color, so that you can convert with tint. So if you choose tint, and you will get the darker color, or the two color mixed with this, or the darker shade of your color, so that you can go with this tint option. So that is all about, and you can get information related to your uh, material, what is the type. Okay, so these are the uh, images you have selected. Okay, and here you can change the name, the description. Okay, that is about the material you have created. So for that, this is applied to this. Okay, let me delete this, sorry, delete this. And now you apply it to this also, can apply it to this. The same material you can apply if you want to. Right click and assign to selection, that has been applied to this. Now about this wall, so for that you can go to this, and you can apply some paint over there. So you can choose any of this, and there you can add material to document first, and then you go for the edit, or else you can do the both. You can add the material to document and display in editor as well with this option. So see, directly it is added to this document, and also the material editor is opened right now. So you can choose color, you can change the color. Okay, all right, so yeah, click on OK. And if you want to apply any image over there, so you can choose the image you can apply. If there is any kind of image or pattern you want to place, so that you can provide over there. Okay. So let's make it a simple one without this image, or whatever it is right now. It is okay. I'm okay with this. And reflectivity, let's make it some reflection, as because this is a new paint, right? There will be no transparency and cutouts. Yeah, bump will be there, okay, according to this surface. So that is okay. And I will apply this to inner surface. So let me rename this for inner wall paint. Okay, enter. So now what I will do, I will select these two surfaces with holding the control key. I'll select it and then right click, assign to selection. Here you can see this is applied. Now here you can see the images has been applied in tiles, so that you can change the tile size. You can change, okay, this tile size, sorry, the tile size, the sample tile size you can change, okay, as per the tile size, or you can make it as a whole as per the wall surface area that you can make. Okay, so that is okay now. All right, and here also you can place the material outside. Also you can place the material outside surface. Also you can place the material. All right, so for that we have also material browser open, and this way we will place all the materials, right, with this material. And if you double click on it, you will open the material editor to edit the material. All right, suppose you need to create new material, okay, using this kind of type. All right, from the scratch you want to create a new material, so you can choose like wall paint, you want to create a new material. See, you can create a new material over there. And that will be what will be the surface finish. So you can create with all finish. Application is ruler or brush that you can apply, and that is your what you can say is exterior wall paint. Okay, so that you can name it ext. Okay, so this way you can also create a new material. All right, and this is your material browser, open and close. This option you want to open or close, so that you can do with that option. And this is done. And now select your outside walls with control key. Select this face, this face. This is applied to this. Okay, so this way you can apply it to faces, like multiple faces. You can apply multiple materials. Means one single object can have multiple materials. All right, and after applying all the materials, we will place lights. Otherwise, if we render it, we cannot visualize properly. So if I go for this sun status, so I will make the sun status on. So make it on. The sun is on right now. And according to image based lighting, so according to the background, okay, so IBL image as a background, use IBL means image based lighting, IBL as background, and you can choose what will be the snowfield, or what will be the background, or village, what will be the background. So let me choose this village and let me show you. You can change the exposure later as well. So let me show you the background there. There you see, this is the background. It's like panorama image you have placed. That you can go with your own custom image that you also can place. All right, and there you can see according to the image we are getting the light. So that is for your natural lighting, and you can make the sky background and illumination on. So according to that sky background and illumination, you will get the light. Okay. So according to the sky background. So we don't need that sky background. We need to make it sky off so that we get our environment option. So for that, go for environment. Okay, en is the command. Type it. Environment you can change. Render environment. Make it on again. Okay. And when you make this sky background and illumination on, this will be off, and when you on this sky will be automatically off. Okay, so no need to worry about it. Now you can change the brightness over there. Okay, so this will be darker this side and this will be more bright, and that will be cool or warm, so you will choose that. Okay, so here we have the option for use custom background. We can use our own background image, that you can go for this image, and there you will choose the browse option, and then there you can mention like this as a image. And if you want to adjust that image, so we also have some option. Okay, so this is the option. If you want to scale it, so you can choose the scale option. So this is the option, image position, and click on OK, and OK, and there you see this is your custom image you have applied there. Okay, and make sure the projection is perspective so that you can properly view the horizon. Okay, and if you change this to parallel, so that parallel kind of view will not be proper. So always make sure that you are in perspective projection. Okay, so this is how you will get natural lights. Okay, you can use IBL image as background. All right, or else you can use your custom background, this sun status on. Command is render environment. So render environment, let me off this now, and let bring this sky background and illumination. Now there you see the sun is there, sun status is on, and you can change this sun. Okay, so you can change the time accordingly, you will get the sunlight and all. So for that you can change this date, time. All right, so let me change the time like 11:30. Accordingly you will get the sun position. Accordingly you will get, so you can change the sun disk scale. So there you see sun disk is bigger right now, so if you want to change it to smaller, that you can do. Okay, all right, so what will be the, how much will be the glow intensity that you want to increase, that will be increased. All right, and then this option is also like a disk intensity, and that is for the disk intensity, that you can multiply how much the illuminance will be there for the disk itself. Okay, so let's do this, and you can change the horizon height or as in blurriness and the ground color. Okay, and all these properties you can control with this option, or else you can type sun properties, or else this is the icon to get this sun properties. Okay, so this is about your natural light. Now let me off this sky off, and let me off the render background also in render environment. Let me off this as well. Yeah, it's still, I think that is a glitch. Okay, no problem. Let me place one light. So this is for your placing artificial light, that is point light, spotlight, and distant and web light. So point light is from one point itself, it will illuminate lights. So let me choose that. So here you turn off the default lighting, okay, and then you will place the original light, original artificial light over there. Okay, so let me place it on this point, and now I'm not changing any properties. Okay, and then I'll select it, and then I'll place with this move gizmo. Over there, let me place over there. Okay, so from the top view you can see this is right now placed over there, and if you want to make copy of this, so you can go with this copy option. So then you can easily create all the other lights. And so now here you can see it is emitting light from one point direction. Okay, you can create spotlight effects. So this is a spotlight, and the cone you can see the inner circle is the most having the most intense light, and the outer circle is the maximum area. uh, to this area the light will fall off. After this area there will be no light. Okay, so the inner circle is called hotspot, and the outer circle area is called fall off. So hotspot area is having the most intensity for the light, so that you can change. Go to control 1 after selecting that light, select the light, and there you have all this option, hotspot angle and fall off angle. And now let me change that intensity so that you can see some light there. There you can see this light. Let me change the intensity over there. Okay. Now let me change the fall off angle a little bit so that you can understand. Here you see this is the most intense, and up to this is the fall off area, and this effect. Got. And you want to create line-like effect so that you will match the hotspot angle and fall off angle. Okay. So here you see this is having one target. When the target is fixed, you can move this light position, or else if you are moving the target, then the light position will be fixed. Okay. So this is about your spotlight, and we also have another, that is distance light. You can create one distance light. So distance light you can create like a sun also, that is also allow distance light. So that is like creating artificial sunlight, or else one particular light that you don't want to show, but the light effect you want to get. So let me position there, and what will be the direction for that? So that you will mention the light direction. So let me give the light direction to this point and exit. Now you can see the light directing to this, but there you cannot see there is any source coming, so that you can create like another light which is not coming to the camera, but you are getting the effect. You don't want to show the lights, but you want to get the effect of lights, so that you can put it over there. Okay. And see as because you cannot see the light source like this point light, let me delete this point light, so that you cannot select, right? So for that we have light list. So this is the option, this icon is there, light list. There you see this distance light is available there, there is that. So this way you can select all the lights available in your scene or in your DWG file. Then after selecting this, you can go with the control one and the properties, and this distance light is there, and there you can change the intensity. Okay. uh, Let me change the intensity. See here you can see. Okay, so that you can change, and you can change the lamp color if you want to get any other. Okay, like halogen, quartz, if there is any color according to the lamp you want to change, or else that will be same. You want to give it a filter color like this. Okay, so that you also can provide like a night bulb effect, you can provide to this with this filter color. Okay. And this lamp intensity, you see this is the lamp intensity, but you want to multiply it. You don't want to change that. You want to get the result with this intensity factor. So if you want to multiply it, so you can give it with this 2, and this way you can change also. And this geometry is for the position. You can change the position of your uh, distance light. Now let me change this. 1.5 will be the great. Now we have this one. We have another one. So let me delete this. And we have another web light is there. Web light is like also one source which is having uh, the proper distribution of light. Okay, so in this target it will have the target, and in that target direction it will properly scatter all the lights evenly. Exit. Now go with this list, and there this web light is there. Let me fix this position. Here you can see that in that direction it's spreading the light evenly from this source. So you can get the source with this web light. Okay. Select this light and control 1, and there you can change the property of this light. All right, so now you can change it. Okay, so there you see from this source it's scattering all the lights. Okay, so this kind of things if you need, so you can choose this light. So let me place with 2000, and we will place some more lights over there. Okay, now to control 1, and then also you can, from there also you can change it to normal spotlight, point light, or as it is web light, so that you can get it back web light, so that you also can change it from here. Okay, so now from the left view, let me change it to and let me change the position over there. Yeah, so now what I'll do is I'll copy this. So this also you can create duplicate objects. Okay, so now let's select this too. Now go with this copy option, base point, and then this over there. And one thing I have changed for this selection, that is use shift to add selection, that should be on. I generally want to add the selection, so control 1, wait for a minute, it's taking too much time to load. Let me change the type to point light. Take that light and I'll change the direction for this. Okay, and now what we will do is we will place a camera. We will not render this particular view, we will place a camera. So for that we have this create camera option available. So let me place the camera at the floor and then I will give it the height. So this angle will be the view. It's it. And now let's place it. Let's give it a height. So this is the target. So let me change the target position as well. Now you can see, now I can change the field of view, the area, the field of view I can change. Okay. Now I can change also the lens. So according to that, it will zoom and zoom out. So go for its properties. This is the camera preview. Generally, it will come when you will edit the camera. Select this object, enter. Now this camera is there. So you change the lens. This lens you change like 45. Let me give. Okay, and with the camera preview, you can get that. So you can get now you can switch it to camera view. So for that, go to this view option, custom model views, that is your camera view. Now this is the view you have set. This is the camera view you have set. Okay, so now again come back to your isometric view and if you select, and you can change that you can change the area. And let me rotate this angle of this camera. Let me rotate this. Yeah. Now this is the position, and the control 1, change the lens. Okay, so there you can see the changes, and according to that also the field of view will be updated, so that is interlinked. Okay, so that you can change. Okay, so this way you can have, and can change it to like this. All right, then here also you can check it. This will be the view, and if you go to this view option and then camera 1, and there you can get the view. Okay, so this is the camera view, and this is set, this is all set, and if you render, you will get according to this view. So this way you will provide all the materials, and according to the light you will get the rendering. So we have this render to size option. Okay, so for that we will choose the resolution size, that we can choose like this. Or then next, what will be the render quality, means how much quality output you need, so that you can get with this high, coffee break, overnight, or else you want to manage this with your customized settings, so that you can get like here you can give it like render by time. So here you can mention that how much time you want to get, what would be the render accuracy, that you can mention over there, and you can name this preset, so that next time you will choose this preset name and you will get all these presettings, and then you will choose for render. Okay, so let me go with this render by level, and there you can apply to up to rendering level, and then you'll get it. So let me not do this. Let me go with this medium option and render in which area, how much area you want to render. Okay, so that you can go with. So let me change that to camera 1, and yep. Okay, so next you can specify region. So like this much region you want to render. So for that you can then specify for the region, or else you want to render the total viewport you are having, on the viewport you can have, or else in a single window, another window you can get the render output, so that you can choose. So as I have selected this render in the region option. So let me it will ask me, when I'll go for this render option, it will ask me for the region. Okay, so now let me specify the region. Like this will be the region. This is the area I have. Let me specify up to this area. Click, and it will start rendering. Okay, just wait for a minute. So see, this part is being rendered right now. Okay, so here you see this is totally done. So this is the output when you test. Okay, when you don't know what will be the exact output, so then you test with this render region, particular region. You can test that this material will look into realistic properly or not, so that you can change. Okay, so Let me go with this light and all those. Let me select all this web light and go for control 1, or else by double clicking there you can change it. So let me change it to 1000 there. Let me change it to 1000 there, and I think this light will work properly now. And now let me go with this render region. Now it will ask me for the area. Let me do up to this area. Okay, so this way I have one drawing created. Let me open that. Let me change it to W isometric. So this two camera has been placed, light, two lights has been placed. Okay, all the materials has been created. There you see this way. Here you are getting this bump effect. Okay, according to that, right? So these all the materials has been placed, and this lights has been placed. This material has been converted into self illuminates. Okay, this is having that kind of effect. Then this camera, this is the one view, this is another view. So which view you need, according to that you will select that camera. Okay, and so let's select the camera too, and then you can go for the render, which one will be the right size. Sorry, window, go for the render size, and then you choose the quality. Let me choose with the medium quality, so then it will be quick, otherwise it will take lots of time to render all by all the pixels. So now choose the render to size. Here it started initializing, so when it will fill up to 100%, then it will be done. And after that you can save it as a rendered image to a file from this option.
So all these liquid blocks we get online.
Yeah, you can get it online, but this file I have created all of this, and that kitchen layout I have inserted, that one I have downloaded from the internet.
We're done for today, right?
Yeah, just for a few minutes. Okay, so this way you will get the realistic image output from your AutoCAD. Okay, so it will take a few more minutes to complete up to 100%. After this, you will go to the save this file, and you will choose the file type, image, JPEG or Targa or BMP, and then you will give it a name and you will save it. Okay, so this is done. All right, guys. Thank you for today.